who are you? Who are you, really? When you think about it, we've been told in school and through science and, that we're these like flesh, people, everything that we experience through our senses is the scope of reality. But I think if you've been diving in this arena, and certainly you've been following my work, you realize that's the tip of the iceberg of who you really are. You are a divine expression of universal source energy. Okay. You're made up of the same energy that makes up everything in this physical universe that we're able to observe and participate in. This field of energy has been called the field of pure consciousness, the grid, the quantum field, God, source energy, all kinds of names. You just apply whatever works for you. For the sake of today, I'm just going to call it divine expression of universal source energy. That's who you are. That's the reality of who you are. That's the reality of who we all are. And now more than ever, right now, we are all being called to express this and get in touch with this and embody this on a whole nother level. So you came here to play the most magnificent game, the cosmic game of hide and seek. Come in here with all of your divinity, all of your unlimited potential, all of your awesomeness, all of your power. You're born and you promptly forget every single bit of that truth. Now you might ask yourself, why would we play such a game? Well, we come here to experience, to evolve, to unfold. This is an amazing place where we get to experience who and what we are being, our energy and what we're projecting out into the world, into this field of energy, and mirror back who we are. And to provide all these dynamic lessons for us to learn, to grow, and to unfold, and to experience our divinity. Now more than ever, you are being called to awaken to your divine energy. Now more than ever. So with that being said, I'm just going to ask the question, are you willing to set the intention right now? Perhaps maybe you already have, but let's set it again. Are you willing to set the intention to awaken to your divine nature, to unfold and reveal another piece of who and what you are? Just type it in the text there. Get those little fingers working. It's always good. Dee says yes. Dee's on it, even at 3 a.m. in the morning. Kathy says yes, love it. Suzanne, yes, definitely. Right? Me too. I'm going to type in yes too, because I think it's so important. Rebecca says yes. I'm going to shout it out for me with the big yes, capital letters. Taylor says yes with periods in between. Not sure what the ramifications of that. Sue says absolutely. I love it, because this is how we began this process. That's all you need to do, all you need to know. So you are connected to this most magnificent field of energy, to everything you need to transform your life, heal your body, transcend your challenges, shape and shift matter, make your dreams come true, expand your consciousness, and yes, be a catalyst for transformation and change on the planet. That's who we really are. And now is the time for all of us to step into this in our own unique expression, in our own unique way, in our own unique possibility of who and what we are. So you are an energetic being. And I love this slide because I remember way back when, 15 years ago, okay, Dr. Jones showed me these slides of pictures that were taken. Pictures of what's commonly called the aura, or what he'd like to call the biofield. That's typically what quantum physicists call it. And in this picture were layers of frequency of light in the aura. Now, typically when we see an aura picture, we just kind of see this glow around us. But in these pictures that this guy had, it showed these layers of light. And this is the first slide I've ever really come across that kind of showed this. Each layer of light in that field of energy corresponded to a color within the chakras. And Dr. Jones and explained to me in such a very scientific way, and back then I was doing a lot of head scratching. In fact, I'm lucky I still have hair in my head because I scratch my head a lot. He said, this is how we show up here in this illusional world of being physical, these layers of energy process into the different chakras within our systems. This is what powers your state of being. This is what powers your mind, how it is that you function. You are a vibrational being. You have this field of energy around you with these different bodies that conduct who and what you are. And I love this because this field of energy is everything. This is the secret right here to transforming your life and rising above the static and noise of the modern day world. So we all interact with frequencies through a number of different sources for years. In fact, I remember being told this years and years ago, is that your DNA is actually a receiver and a sender of information. You have this biofield around you that receives and sends information. You're broadcasting to the field all the time. Your emotions, your thought processes, where it is you're focusing your energy upon, you receive information all of the time. Your higher intuition, your creativity, those great ideas that you get that just magically show up. We are constantly interacting with frequencies, and that interaction takes place through our biofield, through our chakras. When your field is in harmony, you flourish and you thrive. It's kind of like the guitar. I can play beautiful music as long as those strings are in tune. But if they're not in tune, it doesn't matter how well I play. I'll never reach my full potential. I'll never reach what I'm fully capable of doing. So it is essential for us to have our field in harmony. When you are in disharmony, you struggle in life. It's kind of like being out of tune. It doesn't matter how hard you work, what you do, whatever, you're going to struggle in your experience. So when I came up with this term 10 years ago, harmonize your life, I didn't even realize how important it was back then, to the degree that I realize it today. So let me grab a little piece of paper here. So one day, this is long after Dr. Jones had transitioned. It kind of left me on my own. I remember I was kind of upset that he decided to get light beamed off the planet. And one day he kind of laughed and snickered at me. He said, "Yeah, I'll let you kind of take it from here." Yeah, thanks, Dr. Jones. I appreciate that. You know, with back then, there was really no resources that I was really coming across. But one day, a friend of mine sent me this video of like a conspiracy theorist thing. We used to banter back and forth about this stuff some years ago. And one day I heard this quote that just ultimately like shivered throughout my whole body. And the quote goes as this: "People think we need to seek enlightenment. No, we are enlightened. That is our natural state. The unnatural state is what we have been put into. We don't have to seek enlightenment." I think I can go to the next stage here. Yes. We don't have to seek enlightenment. We have to remove the vibrational barriers and the limiting belief systems that have held us in the state of unenlightenment. It's not about seeking it. It's about removing what is stopping us from being what we already are. You see, you already are the masterpiece. You already are enlightened. You already are divine. And the reason why I put David up there, one of the most famous, beautiful, masterful pieces of art in the world. For those of you who have been to Florence and seen it real life, it is an amazing, just beautiful piece. And I love how Michelangelo was asked, "How did you carve David?" He said, "I didn't carve it. I just removed the pieces that were hiding the masterpiece within the block of marble." And that is the perfect metaphor for the game of life. So in particular, I'm going to read this quote once again. People think we need to seek enlightenment, but no, we are enlightened. That is our natural state. In fact, I'm even going to change this. You might think that you need to seek enlightenment, but no, you are enlightened. That is your natural state. The unnatural state is what you've been put into. You don't have to seek enlightenment. You have to remove the vibrational barriers and your own limiting belief systems that have held you in a state of unenlightenment. It's not about seeking it. It's about removing what is stopping you from being what you already are.